Christine, welcome to Book Talk. Today we're discussing Rebel Belle by Miss Rachel Hawkins. You may have heard of Rachel Hawkins before because she wrote Hex Hall, which I've heard fantastic things about. I haven't read it yet myself. It's on my TBR. I had so much fun reading this book. I haven't read a book that was fun in a while that made me laugh and just was like, ah! If you do not know, Rebel Belle is the Booksplosion Book of the Month for April. It was quirky, it was clever, it was funny. I'm gonna rate it 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I'm really excited for the sequels. If you don't know what it's about, I'm just gonna paint the first scene for you, okay? It's gonna sound weird. The first scene is gonna sound like, what if the heck? So, we open up on homecoming dance day, and our main character's name is Harper Price. The book takes place in Alabama. She's from the South. She's president of the SGA. She's head cheerleader. She's in every AP class. She's got a lot of pressure on her. She arrives at the dance with her best friend and both of their boyfriends, and she realizes, oh my god, I forgot to put lip gloss on. My lips are naked! Everyone else goes into the dance and she's like, hold up, I'm gonna hit the bathroom first. I gotta hit the BR and fix this nonsense. She goes to the bathroom. She's in there putting on her salmon lip gloss in the mirror. Lip gloss, lip gloss. When the janitor bursts into the girl's bathroom and locks the door behind him and slides down to the floor. She looks over. What the heck, janitor? Why'd you just lock us in the bathroom together? And she realizes he's bleeding out. He has a huge wound across his stomach, like a sword wound. She goes over to the janitor. Should I call 911? What happened? What's going on? The janitor pulls himself up and kisses Harper on the lips. And she's like, whoa! And then he collapses and dies. And she feels weird. What's going on? The door explodes open and her history teacher charges in with a sword. Like a big curved Arabian Nights sword and comes at her. Normally Harper would probably die. But weird ninja super strength kicks in. All of a sudden she knows all these crazy moves, and in the end, she walks out of there. WTF just happened to me. Crazy fun ass kickery ensues. 5 stars, 95% on my regular percent scale. Really enjoyed it. I'm really excited to see what happens next. That is gonna conclude the non-spoilery section of this book talk. When you're done, come back and let's discuss together. Bye, non-spoilery people, bye! Okay, so did anyone else start reading this book with a southern accent? Like, it just kicked in within the first few pages. Looking back, none of this would have happened if I brought lip gloss to the homecoming dance. Why are you doing that, Christine? Why? B. Franklin was the first person to notice my lips were all naked and indecent. Eventually, their southern accents just disappeared, but like in the beginning, she was talking about her lips being naked. There would be naked. I can't do a southern accent and say naked. So the opening scene got Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall, who's a janitor, works in the halls. I loved how much fun this was just right off the bat. We just jumped right into this craziness. Where is my Hagrid? Where's my Mr. X? Who's gonna tell me that I'm a wizard? I love her little conversation with herself about her origin story. She's like, I got completely gypped. Bruce Wayne's parents get killed and he goes to Tibet or whatever. Superman's an alien. Spider-Man has that radioactive spider. Me, I guess a janitor in the school bathroom. I loved all this superhero stuff. It was great. Then we have Mr. David Stark. The second that they first exchanged dialogue, I'm just like, OTP. I love their nemesisness. From the very beginning, I just was in love with this rivalry. You beat me in the spelling bee 7 years ago. Just the fact that they use their winning spelling bee words from 6th and 7th grade to diss each other is wonderful. I burst out laughing. Only a few more minutes until your coronation. I'm sure you'd hate to miss everyone's felicitations. David had beaten me in the final round of our 6th grade spelling bee with that word, and now all these years later, still trying to drop it into conversation whenever he could. So good. And in the beginning of the book, I'm like, oh, Ryan seems like a really nice boyfriend. And then right after this David Stark encounter, I was like, oh, bye-bye, Ryan. Bye-bye. It's been nice knowing you. Harper gets back from this homecoming dance, and she decides she has to test if she's actually a superhero or if she's going insane. So she decides to go around the back of her house, do a little gymnast work on the fence, which I just thought was really funny. Like, this is how she chooses to test her super strength. Let me balance upside down on the fence wearing my homecoming dress. And then, of course, her mom hears her fall in the pool. Another thing that I was having so much fun reading in this book were Harper's, like, endless slew of excuses for things. The queen of the realistic excuse. She does get better as it goes on, but in the beginning, Harper, what are you doing in the pool with your $1,000 dress from homecoming on? I was just walking, I didn't want to wake you up, so I just like decided to come around the back of the house and I accidentally walked into the pool on the way to the door. I just like didn't see it. Okay! Then the next time she goes to school, she tries to slap David because he says something really bitchy, and she can't do it. She decides she gotta test this hitting people thing. She walks up to Brandon and just slaps him. But the best part, she's in class. I have to test this on an innocent. She chucks her pen at the girl's head, and the teacher's like, Harper, excuse me, did you just throw that pen at the back of her head? No, I was just, no. I was just like, I'm sorry, I was just like writing really fast and like lotion. Like an accident. I feel you, Harps. I totally, like, classic writing really fast with lotion on your hand problems. And then during lunch, she wants to find her Dr. X. So she heads up to the church and she runs into David. And he's like, why are you up here eating alone? And she's like, and I'm like, go with the lotion thing. Just go with the lotion thing again. Classic lotion problems. I was just like running really fast and I had lotion on my hands. So I just like slipped on in here by accident. And then Ryan tries to push David and she goes totally ninja on his ass. Harper, what the fudge? Why did you just do that to Ryan? I was just like moving really fast and like I had lotion on my hands and it just like happened. Hashtag lotion problems. Then we have this car chase adventure. She ends up driving a hole through her own fence. Sailor shows up. Excuse me, what's going on? Did you just drive 80 miles an hour down a road? What? No, I just like, it was an accident. I was just like driving really fast. Lotion, stop. You can't, this isn't my fault. Lotion on my hands. Just slipped. So Sailor shows up and she's like, what the heck? Why are you with David? I felt sick and David offered to drive me home. Really? How odd, because right after I had the thought that David would never ever drive his car in such a manner, I noticed that he was not the one behind the wheel. Then David chimes in. She asked to drive it. She's never driven one like it before and she wanted to. As one, the three of us looked over at David's pathetic Dodge. Even without its fender and back door mangled, it didn't exactly scream drive me. And then Harper goes, maybe David wasn't that great at thinking on his feet. And I'm like, and you are? Lotion, I was running really fast and like, lotion happened. So little by little, we learn more about what's going on. Very interesting. I've never seen this type of mythology pulled into a book before. Paladins? Like Aladdin with a P. I don't know if you call them paladins, but I call them Paladin because it's Aladdin with a P. And then Harper has this line of thought about kings and when she learns about paladins and how they protect the king and stuff, and she's like, I'm pretty sure David Stark is not a king. And I'm like, oh! Hold up there, girl. That boy is a Stark. We cannot rule out King of the North! As soon as I saw his name, David Stark, I was like, oh my god, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones. So then we have the part where we go to see if this scholarship is real. This is so obviously not a real scholarship. We're in the car about to go into the school or the library or whatever, and Harper looks over and she says something about David's bicep. She's like, when did David get a bicep? How do you even get muscle tone if all you do is type and be annoying? There's such good lines coming out of Harper's mouth. This whole Bliss situation, I was just like, you guys are so oblivious to Bliss and life. She talks about how she poisoned the whole library into mind control. Then she's like, yeah, I just poof in and out of places. Like, that's how I got out of that car that one time that I was trying to kill you and chasing you to your death. They tie her up, lead her to the car, and then they just drive home without keeping an eye on her, and then they're like, surprise, when they turn around and she's not there. Then even at the end, oh my god, the end? And she's like, oh, I think that red stuff is my aunt's punch. do you think that means something? And I was like, yes! Blith is gonna use that to mind control everyone. How are you not seeing this? We're on the lookout for something Blith does. That's the only thing that I could not believe, that neither of them picked up on that right then. And I know they're about to have their like romantic, oh my god, we might die kiss, which I loved. I love that scene. But I did not like how they did not see this blatantly obvious thing.
I was just like, I had lotion on and like David was kissing me and I just like...
Back to the middle of the book when she decides like she doesn't want to be a paladin anymore and she doesn't want to go to cotillion. Classic noob superhero syndrome when they like try not to be a hero because, you know, they don't want the people to get hurt around them, and she doesn't want to be this paladin because she's afraid she'll die and then it'll really hurt her parents. And it kind of reminded me of The Fault in Our Stars in that way. She's worried about her parents more than she's worried about her own self dying. She's like, I can't die. That would ruin my mom. That would ruin my dad. Like, how would they go on? They're already a mess after my sister. But when she decided not to go to cotillion, and B was like, then I'm not gonna go either. We said we're gonna do this together and we'll have like an anti-cotillion, and she was just being like the best, most supportive friend. I just teared up really hard during that scene. And then we have the whole crazy end. Blith turns David into a weird golden oracle god, and I'm worried about him. I'm worried about what's gonna happen there. I hope he can expel all this excess energy, because I feel like all that golden energy is what's gonna eat away at his brain. When he spewed some of it out at the girls and they all became paladins, I was like, yay, get rid of that energy. Just turn everyone into a paladin if you got it. But then he had to suck it back in because they were all so loyal to Blith. It wasn't until B got poofed away with Blith that I was like, because I did think that this was gonna happen to David, because he predicted that whole like, you're gonna kill me scene and we'll be crying and but you'll have to kill me to protect me from myself thing. After we fix all the paladin stuff and we go downstairs, Ryan's down there and it's almost comical. You know what's happening here. Well, it was really weird. She like died and Harper's like, oh my god, she kissed you. And David's like, I feel like now would be a good time to use the F word. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be a lot of snark. I'm just really excited for where this is going. I'm not sure exactly where B and Blith are, but that's where we're gonna be headed next. Maybe, hopefully, Ryan and Mary Beth will work out. I'm so happy with the way this book turned out. I was really pleasantly surprised with how much it made me laugh. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What did you think was the funniest part? What are your theories for the next book, the next 2 books? I'm Christine. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye! Hey, y'all! That didn't even, oh, that sounded so shitty. That sounded so crap. Whoa, 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 are we recording already? I can't do this! Y'all suck it. Bill, what are you doing in my house? Bill? Oh, whoa, whoa, are we recording? Y'all recording already? Are we already recording? Recording? Hold up here. I didn't say we could start recording yet. I said my lips are naked. Don't look at me. Oh Lord, this is just,